From Michigan State, number 23. From Washington State, number 11. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 0, DeMarcus Cousins.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Nuggets in Denver. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
And it's the Suns to start out. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Ayton is out there with Ryan Anderson, and it's Warren in at the 3 slot. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Warren's got the first points on the scoreboard for Phoenix. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Right at the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
So it's Phoenix now, following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Anderson, a screen on Durant. Warren kicks to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Curry. Stolen by Anderson. Ayton with it. Cousins is there. And it's Ayton missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And almost no hesitation when the D is laying off him there. Thompson just cashing in easily on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
And here is Ayton after the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Okobo, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Now, here's Thompson. And he really played well against Denver. 4 on the shot clock. Curry from deep 3-point land. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Warren the pass to Ayton. Green with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
He is just a monster on the boards, and with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
Now, here's Warren. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him.
Here's Curry. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Nuggets in Denver.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And here are the Suns now. The Warriors making the shot. Ayton with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver.
Yeah, a terrific defensive effort along with that. 4 blocks on the game. Huge lift defensively for them. That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Well, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Okobo, and the rejection by Cousins. 3-on-3. The wide open look for Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Durant. Great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Green kicks to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Green, the screen. Cousins, the pass to Curry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Ayton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And here's Warren for 3, and Curry pulls it down. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Durant.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Anderson the screen. Anderson a screen on Thompson. Booker with it. Now Green defending. Anderson's shot is off. Warriors leading by 12. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
First one falls for him.
Well, to me, the infectiousness with which Draymond Green plays, it impacts everyone around him. I love that.
And both free throws good for Green.
Well, the Phoenix Suns guys have missed the playoffs for 8 straight seasons. That continues the longest playoff drought in franchise history.
Timeout called, the Suns. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Curry with some nice D. And before this drought, the Suns had missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons since the 1980s.
Well, remember, this was a very proud franchise, historically one of the league's best regular season records. Fans are so hoping they can get back on a winning track.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has, an intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
Free throw drops for Ayton. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. Now here's Durant, 11 points in the game. They get it again. Cousins, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Feeds it to Booker. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
Now here's Thompson, and the 3-ball is good. Thompson's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Knocks it loose. They set the screen. Okobo, guarded by Curry. Passes to Anderson. And Curry pulls it down.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Suns trail by 18. Okobo, guarded by Curry. Okobo, and the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
Golden State's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Green to the inside, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm, and also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
So it's Phoenix now, following the score by Golden State. Anderson with the screen for Booker. No good with the triple. Warriors leading by 18. Green dishes to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Ayton. Out to the right wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. 4th, Klay Thompson.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Now Curry. 5 points in the game. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Suns. Outside Warren. Over Durant. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Green passes to Thompson. Misses from close range.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
With some arc, and Green with the lay-in. Green's got 7 points in the game.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
What you love about Kevin Durant is he's an MVP level candidate every year, and yet there's a hunger and a thirst to get better at basketball. This is so fun to watch.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
That free throw good from Durant.
You just got to be so careful when guarding Durant, because if you put him on the line, he's going to make you pay.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Ayton. Ariza comes in for Anderson. And it's Jackson in for Warren. Durant hits them both.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
Okobo, guarded by Kerr. Holmes, that's a screen. Okobo. Phoenix, no good that time either. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. This arena in downtown Phoenix opened in 1992. Doors in 2022, they can opt out of their lease. Otherwise, they'll be locked in for another 10 years.
Well, they're currently playing in the 6th oldest NBA arena, and the Suns are hoping to either renovate that building or build a brand new one. The question becomes, of course, who pays for it?
So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Bell is checked in for Draymond Green. .112 left to play in the first. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Livingston kicks to Bell. Livingston with it. Working on Booker. Livingston no luck. Okobo guarded by Kerr. And the pass to Holmes. There's the dish to Ariza. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Jackson a screen on Curry. And it's Ariza in the corner from deep.
Now the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And stolen by Ariza. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Booker. Defense right on him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The 13th pick of the 2015 NBA draft. Booker has already shown all-star potential.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker. And here are the Warriors now. Livingston passes to Cousins. Gets it off and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell, and it's Livingston in at the point. Jackson setting the pick here for Booker. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Over in the corner, Livingston. That one doesn't go. Now the Suns take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and a four-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
We know whichever team makes the best adjustments on the fly will have the best chance of emerging victorious in this first meeting.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. And here's Thompson after Trevor Ariza just hit the three. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Phoenix shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game. No good on that one.
And Josh Jackson, the fourth pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
The Suns making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, fantastic rhythm on the catch and shoot. A lot of times that comes from Booker's terrific body control.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. And the three off target.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Holmes sets a screen. And here's Booker. 35 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now, here's Thompson. Devin Booker missing his last shot. There's a screen. And Jerebko has it in the corner. Good on the three-point shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Suns call time here.
Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months. Maybe I should say maybe he could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6, kind of a prodigy, guys.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Good season for him last year. He averaged 25 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds, and he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he plays.
Well, Sean Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll on his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
Chandler, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Livingston, misses off the right iron. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Chandler attacking. Ariza passes to Booker. Tries again. That's tipped.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Jerebko. Well, Coach Steve Kerr looks to give his players breaks. Doris getting away from the game, what he calls filling their cup.
Well, I think, Kevin, it's mentally taxing, battling 10 months a year over and over again. And Steve is emphasizing it's important to have time away from basketball to recharge a bit.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Chandler a screen. Warren sets the pick for Booker. It's stolen by Livingston. There's a good screen. Durant for 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific, finding the open man.
Ariza kicks to Booker. Back to Ariza. Chandler a screen to halt the run. Offensive rebound. Ariza passes to Booker. Chandler with a screen for Ariza. Chandler a screen. Thompson against Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Frames the three-pointer. Ariza's got 6.
And three-pointers constituting the majority of Ariza's shot attempts in recent years. He won't hesitate.
Now here's Durant. He's got 16. And good that time.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Chandler a screen, and Booker kicks to Warren. Chandler outside. Takes the 3. Ariza with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot goes in.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
Booker outside. Back to Ariza. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Now really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
The screen from Thompson. Pass to Bell. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How impressive is the vertical of Jordan Bell? My goodness.
Suns shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Ayton dishes to Chandler. It's stolen by Bell. To the inside. It's deflected.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Chandler, the pass to Ayton. The call will go against Urebka. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Jordan Bell. Draymond Green comes in for Urebka. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. The feed to Warren. Chandler kicks to Cannon. Chandler a screen, trying his luck deep. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Durant for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Cannon. He dishes it to Warren. Chandler a screen. Warren against Durant, and another shot, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Cannon, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Cousins. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Suns. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Some nice passing by Golden State. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Here's Booker. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And it's Durant missing. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now here's Booker. He's got 6. Cannon dishes to Booker. Money from the wing. Booker's got 8 points.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
And Durant gets it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Booker the pass to Cannon. Back to Booker from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night. And as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
Chandler with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. There's Cannon with the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Green the pass to Cousins. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 6th assist on the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here's Booker. He's got 8.
That's his first.
Doris, when you think about Devin Booker, you have to think about the 70 points he dropped on the Celtics that one night.
Woo, what a special evening that was, Kevin. Most points ever for a Phoenix Suns player. Most points ever scored against the Celtics. More than Wilt Chamberlain. Think about that, Kev.
And the first one at the line is good. And Phoenix making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
As great a scorer as he is, Steph Curry is a willing mover of the basketball. He doesn't get enough credit to me for playing the right way.
Steph Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Warriors have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Shooting for Golden State, Kevin Durant.
2 shots.
He has 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
He hits both from the stripe. The Suns shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. And here's Booker from the arc. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside for Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 7th assist in the game.
and they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
No, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm. As smart and as safe as they're playing, they made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Second half underway. Here's who Igor Kokoshkov's got on the floor. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. T.J. Warren out there with Anderson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Curry, Cousins. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
They set the pick. Okobo, guarded by Curry. Passes it to Warren. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ayton. Nails the 16-footer.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Screen by Cousins. Outside Curry. Here's the floater. Here's Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. He's coming off an excellent season. 7th in assists and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. The first free throw is good. Well, looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant. two all-time great shooters in Clay and Steph. And then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
A nice shot by Booker.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
On the wing, Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 14 points.
Well, Klay Thompson showing you right now he's got all three levels on the offensive end. In the mid-range, yes, sir.
To the paint, Okobo takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Marvelous start to the second half, 3 for 3.
Screen by Cousins. Inside, stolen by Warren. Okobo, guarded by Kurt. Back to Anderson. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
From 12 feet out. And there's Green on the assist by Cousins. Cousins has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Draymond Green plays with such good pace and rhythm. Outstanding at shifting from the dribble to the shot.
Now here's Anderson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. There's the pick, and they call an illegal screen here. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for their matchup with the Nets, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Curry with the steal. Here's Cousins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him.
And that one misses. DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
To the wing right side. Ayton with it. Cousins is there. Anderson with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley, entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling, that's the very definition.
And he makes both free throws. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Curry kicks to Livingston. Green, the screen. Pass to Durant. Anderson with the block. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Bell is checked in for the Warriors.
Jordan Bell.
Here's Livingston. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Booker's got his 5th rebound in this one. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin, I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
Such an active player. Love seeing Bell give up his body and be rewarded for the hustle.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Anderson. He kicks it to Booker. Ariza outside. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Ariza's got 11 points.
Now, Kev, how about that setup? Booker with the impressive vision finds the open man, makes the game easy.
And there's the pass to Durant. Screen by Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. From the high post. And it's Durant missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ariza has the open look. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
14 feet away. No good from Durant.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Okobo. Tries yet again, and that's 2 points on the layup. 11 points in the game.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Now here's Livingston, kicks it to Durant, and stolen by Ariza. The 3, no good from Booker.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Cousins, the pass to Curry. Now here's Durant over Ariza. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Suns have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Pass to Booker. And here is Ayton. To the paint, kicks it out to Booker. Anderson the screen. Shoots the 3. Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Bell dishes to Curry. There's the 3. Booker pulls it in.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
On its way from Curry for 2. Nails the wide open jump shot. Curry's got 13.
As a catch-and-shoot player, Steph Curry is as dangerous as it gets.
And stolen by Cousins. And now Curry running the floor all by himself.
Well, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
Anderson outside. They set the pick. Ariza outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ariza's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Phoenix. The Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. Curry kicks to Cousins. But they get it back. Throws it up.
Oh, goodness gracious.
How about that finish?
Oof. Wow. Pass to Anderson, and stolen by Cousins. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, that's 6'9" with incredible speed. Jordan Bell in transition doing work right now.
Right wing. Ayton, the pass to Anderson, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. You know, it looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. Here's Jackson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Andre Iguodala.
Well, Josh Jackson, the number 4 pick in the draft, despite having a little bit of a raw offensive game. But you think about his motor, the competitiveness, the intensity, what a high ceiling here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson. And talking about Jackson, he wasn't the only member in his family to play college basketball in Kansas.
Right. His mom didn't go to the same school as Josh, started out at the community college there, but eventually she transferred to a Division I school, actually got a WNBA tryout. There's great basketball talent that runs in this family, guys. You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Now, here's Holmes after the miss from Stephen Curry. There's the pick.
Warriors foul call. Andre Iguodala. That's his 3rd personal foul.
And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run, tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
The first one falls, and the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And so Cannon nails both of them. You know what Isaiah Cannon can give you, Doris, able to eat up some minutes and especially dangerous when that shot is hitting.
Right, this is not a guy who's necessarily a great percentage shooter. He's almost equally good 2- or 3-point range, but a tremendous free throw shooter. So he's carved out a nice role for himself in this league.
Now here's Iguodala. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
And he makes the first. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bell. Both shots good from the stripe. For the Suns, certainly a lot of chemistry questions, from coaching changes to unhappy players wanting out. Doris, how do they turn it around?
Well, you know this, Kevin. Organizations that win have great ownership and then great front office personnel. But the bottom line is it's about collecting great individual talent in the NBA, because this is a players' league, Kevin.
There's 1:54 left in the third. Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
And so it's Golden State with it after Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Jerebko the screen. Green kicks to Iguodala. Over Jackson. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Durant.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, Katie, bar the door.
Curry gets the bucket.
My goodness, the pure shooting stroke of Steph Curry. It's the envy of every NBA player.
Holmes, that's a screen. Cannon, the pass to Holmes. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And the shot is good.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
You know, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Now, here's Bridges. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's stolen by Curry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
The wonderful touch and creative finishing abilities. The amount of English Steph Curry can finish shots with, just incredible.
Cannon dishes to Bridges. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Now here's Curry. 20 points for him. Green, the screen. Holmes with the steal. The 3 from Warren. No good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision making at every position.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Suns shooting just 31% in the game. Jonas Jerebko out there with Jones. And there's Iguodala. And it's Cook in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The 3. And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Suns. To the middle. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Cannon. Holmes, that's a screen. Floats one, and the rejection by Iguodala.
Boy, the suffocating defense of Andre Iguodala, so important to his team. Really good job timing the shot there.
There's Cannon with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Evans kicks to Jerebko. There's the pick. Back to Evans. Screen by Jones. Here's Cook. Another shot. And there's the bucket as Jones finishes it off. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Cannon. Pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Holmes. Again, Phoenix.
You know, execute the turnaround as well as he did there, and there's not much a defense can do about it. Just have to hope the shot's not falling.
Cook kicks to Jones. Here's the screen. Got a piece of it. And Phoenix pushing it up now. In the corner, Cannon with it. Chandler a screen. Here's Cannon. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. Jackson misses. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Jones.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Chandler a screen. Here's Cannon, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
The Suns have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Offensive rebound. Jackson and Jones sends it back. And they get it back. They recover it. To the paint, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. And Jerebko has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer.
And piling on to that big lead. We know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always got to D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
And so here's Phoenix after the Warriors pick up 3. Jackson misses.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. Really left alone that time.
Costly there. Just a loss of focus leads to the ball going the other way.
Well, he simply wasn't paying attention. Coughed it up. Got to be more assertive and strong with the basketball.
Here is Cook. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Feeds to Jackson. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. But it just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And Phoenix also making a switch. Bender's checked in, and so Jackson nails both of them.
I'll tell you, the potential of Josh Jackson is really enticing. This guy is a remarkable athlete. He can defend the basket at a high level. If he gets a jump shot, guys, that's consistent, look out.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
One shot, find the lanes.
On the free throw, no good.
What's extraordinary to me is Sean Livingston nearly didn't have an NBA career because of that horrific injury. But how about the ability to overcome that and be a key part of a team? Truly extraordinary.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And Dragan Bender out of Croatia, the 4th overall pick in 2016. How good do you think, Greg, he can become?
You know, at 7'1", he can shoot it from range. But until he adds more dimensions to his game offensively, defensively,
Take a break.
he's going to struggle to be much more than a complimentary player.
He's off on the first. You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
You know, it's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
At the line for 2.
That one is off. Second free throw, no good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Daniels. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here is Cook. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Here's Cannon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad, and I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. And so Cannon nails both of them. The Warriors have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Cook kicks it to Looney. Now the pass to Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. Over Daniels. Doesn't go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Jones slams it home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Chandler a screen. Daniels passes to Cannon. Back to Daniels. Connects from three-point range. The Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Jerebko dishes to Cook. Jerebko the screen. And it's Cook missing.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Count that one.
Boy, when Dragan plays with aggression, good things happen. This guy's got skill.
Cook kicks to Jerebko. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. First free throw is good. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Count that one. Cook's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Chandler, the pass to Bender. They set the pick. Pass to Daniels. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jerebko's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Back to Cook. The 11-footer. It's deflected. Now, here's Bridges. Defended by Jerebko. It's stolen by Livingston. Jones kicks to Jerebko. Bridges with the board. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game. They got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and so Cannon nails both of them. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. There's the screen. On its way from Curry for 2, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Curry's got 22 points. The Suns shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Here's Cannon. Out to the wing. Holmes, that's a screen. Excellent use of the screen that time. Daniels has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been, hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Livingston passes to Curry. We talk about positionless basketball. Swingmen very much in demand. Players who go, Doris, around 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", who can do a little bit of everything.
Well, I think if you look at an organization like the Boston Celtics, who seems to have put its roster very much in mind, together with the idea that you've got to have switchability almost across the board. The Jason Tatum, the Jaylen Brown fit into that description absolutely perfectly. Long, athletic, can guard multiple positions. Switching screens has become such an integral part of NBA defenses, Kevin, that the idea of versatility is valued on both ends.
Shooting for Phoenix. McCall. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bridges. Both free throws good from Bridges. Here's Curry. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and done?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
And here's Daniels after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Shoots over Livingston. Daniels, no good.
Well, you just wonder if maybe he should take it inside when they're playing so far off him.
Up top, Curry. Stripped it away.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Steph Curry.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I think obviously one of Steph Curry's main attributes is he's not one-dimensional. I think critics want to say he's about the three-point shot. This guy can score from 3 levels.
First free throw is good.
What a family of shooters the Currys are. Dell, Seth, Steph, they can all shoot the lights out, but if they have a family three-point contest, I think I'd have to go with this man here. I think I'm going with Steph.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Back to Cannon. Holmes, that's a screen. High, arcing shot. The Warriors pull it in. Curry with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. From the point guard, force them into different situations, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time